Welcome, welcome. I am Jeepa, and I'm here with all the latest news, information pertaining to Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth, as I could find it. I want to jump right in. Tons and tons of great things coming this July, actually. It looks like Gimli and Legolas are going to be coming to game. Whether that's through raids or how, I'm not really sure at this point, but it sounds like a couple of the Fellowship characters are coming. It'll be interesting to see where they go into. Rangers, they're in a Dwarfs team, so I don't know how that's going to work and if there's going to actually be a Fellowship team. I don't know if they're going to have the 9 characters that you can pick and choose between, or how they're going to design that, or if they're going to pull our Frodo here back over there, because he actually can do some decent damage as well as apply that defense down. So I could see him going onto the team. I would imagine if you wanted a 5-man team, though, maybe they'll make a new Frodo version. I'm unsure. We'll have to wait and see, and definitely see what Gimli does. I've always loved the Dwarves, so I'm really hoping that we can get a Dwarves team in game sooner than later. And maybe that Fellowship team will lead to our Gandalf unlock. That'd be really cool, honestly. The big news that just dropped actually about 10 minutes ago, and it's Tana. He got the exclusive on Elladan's kit release, as well as he shows off their skills and everything. So I would definitely direct you to go over there. Definitely subscribe to Tana. He's an amazing content creator. I've watched him for about 5 years now over on Marvel Strike Force, and I watch him here on Lord of the Rings as well. He's just amazing at what he does, and really thank God I do, otherwise I wouldn't know any of this information. You know, so Elladan's kit is quite wonderful. Alright, I'm going to start off here on his passive and kind of break down the kit, kind of, you know, explain how wonderful this kit actually is and why Elladan is definitely going to be a staple here early game for sure. On turn, he's going to gain 1 stack of Nimble. Essentially, he can't be hit for 1 turn, or for 1 attack. So potentially that's going to save his life bar big time. As well as he's going to get 10% resistance, which I could see that being effective against Isengard and Mordor teams, where they place a lot of them debuffs and such. His basic, attack the target enemy for 260% damage and inflict weaken for 2 turns. Now weaken is like an offense down, meaning whoever he goes after, you're probably going to want to use this on their big hitter, like Strider or Gauze, and it's going to make them way weak, right? AoE characters that hit hard, as well as it's pumping out a ton of damage. If you watch a lot of my content, you'll see like we go over basics. You see basics out here that are doing 100, 110 damage, and it's just sad. This is 260% damage. It's just OP, right? His special one, his A2 rather, is like what I like to call them. Gain 4 stacks of provoke, so they have to hit him 4 times. It's not a taunt, but they have to attack him 4 times before they can hit anybody else. Unless somebody else has taunt or provoke, then you can choose. He gains 1 stack of regeneration for 2 turns, which I believe is a 5% heal, or it's a portion of his max HP. Grant deadly for 1 turn to self and 3 random allies, which is 30% crit increase, I do believe. And that's nuts. You start off with this special one, everybody's got crit up. I can see this hurting, especially with Gauze having it going off, with his AoEs, Strider going off with his AoEs. It's pretty massive, really. And I'm assuming these skills are all at max level, so that 260 is probably because you level it up and get the extra damage. But his ultimate, his A3, essentially, attack all enemies for 300% damage, which is Gauze-like, right? And gain 1 stamina for this ability per boon on self. So boons is the key to Rivendell. They're all about the boons. More boons you have on the team helps him, as well as it helps Arwen big time. Gain 3 stacks of provoke. So hopefully this guy's got some armor. I didn't see any stat breakdowns. But if he doesn't have armor and he's pulling taunt or provoke for 7 turns, because I'm sure you're going to want to get this off and then do this, that's 7 hits in a row. And if you start with this and go to this, you're not going to have weaken on the enemies. That's very interesting. Except on his turn, he'll gain nimble, which will cancel out one of these provokes, essentially. Make them hit you, and it'll miss. Make them hit you, and it'll miss. So really, it's only 5 turns of provoke, which is still a lot for any character to live through. Eothane pulls 3 stacks of provoke, and usually in those 3 hits, he's almost dead, or about, I'd say 40% health left, and you can easily clean him up. He's really squishy, so I'm hoping Elladan's a little bit more tanky. he does have multiple tags here. He will be bringing in Tank, Elf, Rivendell, Ranger. So he will fit onto the Ranger squad. And from what Tana explains in his video, having built the Rangers, they could really use this guy. Big time. One of Elrond's twin sons, Elladan, is a proud warrior driven to hunt the enemies of Rivendell. Resilient and resolute, his mere presence commands attention. So this guy is insane, right? Definitely going to be an awesome character. And I guess the meta is, you can definitely see a meta forming here with him bringing these OP characters in. I mean, to say OP this early on is kind of crazy, but his kit is really kind of wonderful. Alright, I want to jump back over here to my main screen. If you have any comments on this, definitely comment down below, and also go over, check out Tana's channel. Give him a like and a subscribe, and check out his videos. He puts out some decent content, and this video by far is his best. It was gifted to him by CG Capital Games, so he got the exclusive premiere of it, and I wanted to bring this content to my viewership, so I definitely want to make a video on it. Much love, stay healthy, we'll see you all in the next one.